Smart Chris. Chris will be removed. Why is Chris being removed from the meeting? Chris, why are you being removed from the meeting? Did you show me that Chris is going to be removed? Why? Did he put any setting that maybe doesn't allow recording while he's on in a meeting? Maybe that was so. So please do not set any privacy. If you want your meeting, if you want to attend meetings that have to be recorded, check your privacy setting. All right. I wanted to register now and it's to record now, and it's telling me that Chris will be removed. And Chris has been kicked out actually. Maybe he doesn't approve of that in a setting. So this is how you do it, right? As I was saying, open your ChatGPT, your Grok, or anyone. Open a tab, specifically a tab. I'll just keep it for your social media posting. Okay. You can even make them one by one. You can open the one for LinkedIn, open the one for TikTok, open the one for Twitter. All right. As you're opening it, tell it that you are a professional LinkedIn manager. Something like just like we normally do our prompts. Okay. Your task is to generate LinkedIn posts, engaging and catchy or hooking LinkedIn posts with the JSON files here, right? Then you give it the keyword. Is to give you, if it's to give you like 15 hashtags, depending on the number of hashtags you want, you can say always include 15 hashtags. Do you understand? Now, what you will now do is, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. What you will now do after doing that, you will now go to your N8N. Okay, you will now go to your N8N. Copy your entire workflow like this, end to end. Copy all of them. Go and paste it here. All right. When you paste it there, that tab will now remain. It means that anything he sees, any JSON file that comes in, remember that what you're copying, as you're copying, it becomes a JSON, right? Anything he sees that is a JSON file, it writes a post for you. It writes the description. Now you can open another one for description. You can open another one for description, like you want to do, maybe I say you should make description, or you want to write description of something and store. All right. So you can open another one for description. Okay. For you to have the stress free, you don't have to pass the stress of writing that long thing. But I'm still watching people are writing. You guys are trying, but then it doesn't really contain the entire stuff, right? So what you do is you copy this entire thing, copy it and paste. Then after pasting, you will now review. All right. Where is my ChatGPT? So let me just quickly show you an instance here. Let me quickly show you an instance here, right? Now, let me say, give me a result. Now, this is, I'm not prompting it to, I'm just telling it directly, but your own, please prompt your tab. Give me a result-driven description for this N8N workflow. Then you can tell it other things to do. Now, see that workflow I copied, just like you copy your code for your code node. See that workflow I copied. You see how it appears there. Then when I enter, all right, when I enter, see what it will do. Okay, let's say assignment submission. Don't mind this side though. Okay, then you now check how did it output. If it outputted in the table form, you don't need the table form. You can tell it to give you in a non-table form, right? Then this is where matters most. How the workflow operates. Students submit, blah, blah, blah. Anything extra, the standardized. You can see that it has understood your entire workflow from A to Z and giving you what your workflow is all about. Now, after generating, you will now review and check. Is it what you want or is it not what you want? Anywhere it made a mistake, you can now correct it by yourself, right? But this is how to use your AI to generate description for your workflow so that you would not have to write the plenty or the very long write-up. Okay, is that all understood? Is that all understood?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now let me also do it
Yes.
in me for LinkedIn. On this same tab, I'm not opening another tab, but this is just for demonstration purposes, but on your own, do it for LinkedIn. All right. Open a tab for LinkedIn or your now I'll tell it um you are a professional LinkedIn manager. Okay. We can say who has grown LinkedIn and probably gotten numerous numerous clients. Numerous clients. You must not do like this. So I'm just this is just for demonstration purposes. All right. Draft an engaging LinkedIn post for the JSON files to be attached here. All right. Draft an engaging LinkedIn post for the JSON file to be attached here. All right. Make them results driven, engaging, and showcasing probably something like that, showcasing my skills in AI automation. Also, you can just say something like this. Okay, this is not a very perfect. In fact, this is not even a good one, but just be creative in your own. Also, sell the solution. Okay, you can tell it sell the solution and not the tool. All right. Um, ensure to always add 15 hash tags. Let me paste. And then let us see. Now you see, most training teams don't have summation problem. They have a verification tracking and proof problem. Students say I submitted. Trainers say I didn't see it. WhatsApp is full. Emails are scattered. Screenshot our name. Blah 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 blah. So I built a system that removes argument, manual work, and confusion completely. That is how. Here's what now happens automatically when a student submits an assignment. They upload. You understand? It's now telling you what that workflow does, making it result driven. So that when somebody is reading this person is not reading about the tool. Person is reading about the results that your stuff that you produce, right? Then look at the hashtag. And he made it ready to copy. He did not start saying, here is a LinkedIn post, or he did not say all that. He just went straight to the point. So you can just now copy and you paste on your LinkedIn. All right. If it's if it's if it's if it's suit what you want, you can just paste and you post. Always attach your workflow, picture of your workflow. Always attach it. Right? You can see that it's very simple, right? This is a bonus for the class. You can see it's very simple, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, good. Good. So you can do it for your Facebook, for your now. How it will write for you on LinkedIn is not how it will write for you on Facebook. It's not how it will write for you on TikTok. It's not how it will write for you on Twitter. But to understand that all of them they have their different, and you can see that the explanation it gives, the description for workflow is different from post. All right, so that's what I'm saying. Do not use one tab. Open different tabs for them. Don't use one tab to do LinkedIn. Use that same tab to write description. It will scatter, right? It will scatter. Okay. So I'm going to add. OSAS for I'm going to add us as a co-host. I'm going to add us as a co-host. I'm going to add us as a group. Please, okay, Davino, please for everybody, right? I won't. I just saw someone telling me that there was no invitation. Yes, there is no the invitation. The links are always in the WhatsApp group, right? The links are in the WhatsApp. Always check the WhatsApp group to get the links. I'm looking for us to add him as a group. And secondly, right, you must not wait till the class is over. At least Osab can testify to that. That there's something I've told him that okay, why not we work on something like this? In as much as I'm your coach, I'm still interested in making money with you. Do you understand? If I see okay, an area that you can actually do, I will give you a call and tell you, let's look into something like this. They'll start looking into it. Is okay. And in as much as you're still learning, if you know an area that you have done that can generate you income, please go ahead with it. You understand? Go ahead with it. Okay? If you get jobs, if you get gigs, like the guy I told you guys the other time that had a job, he always comes to me. I will always like tell him do this, do that, do that, do this. I will always correct. I will always make him fix. Understand? When your job now pays you, you can now say, okay, this is for appreciation, which I'm not even expecting. But because I'm teaching you, I'm coaching you, I'm supposed to make sure that okay, you find it a lot more easier, right? In as much as it's a value added service. So today, what do we have today? We have our integrating AI into our workflow. Integrating AI into our workflow. Now, question is, what does AI do in our workflow? What is the need for AI in our workflows? Remember from the day one, I told the people that there are two ways to this. There is non-AI automation, which is the ordinary workflow. Then there are the AI automation. But generally, you've been hearing AI automation, right? One of the debates we had, I also told you that debate, the reason there was no clear winner for that debate was because we are talking around the same thing, right? Now, let me explain that. AI automation has, or AI integrated automation has AI in it, right? So let me come back to it to stop presenting while I'm explaining, right? So there is AI integrated to automations, making them AI automations. What we've been doing since there's not been AI, right? The emails we are writing them ourselves inside the email node, right? And I also told you guys that there's also another way I will also show you to write your email that it must not be inside the email node. I'm going to show that today. Okay. Now, question I asked that I was about to answer is why do we need AI in our automation? You need AI when you need creativity, when you need decision, smart decision, when you need those human making decisions. For instance, is text leak. Okay, see, as I was saying, I was distracted by text leaks message. Please, there is already a transcriber here. You don't need an additional transcriber. All right. In the group, there is Gemini notes. in that drive. You can use Gemini Notes. I don't think there is any transcriber that is as smart as Gemini during meetings so far, right? For now, I don't think it. You can use Gemini Notes to get your transcription and everything, right? So, like I was saying, sorry for that distraction. You need AI to do those tasks that you would have done. More especially when you want them to be dynamic. For instance, the email that you've been sending, okay, those emails that you've been sending, you have your lead, you write those email manually. Now, when that person gets that email 100 times, the person will get the same email. When there are 100 people, they will get the same email. Even when they want different things, they will get the same email. Abi? But when you're using AI would understand what they want. AI can read their intent just like you will read. All right, read their intention, read their inquiry, understand and digest what they want, then write an email for them. All right. Now, some people also use AI to make decisions, but that is not even stable. Don't do that. Correct? Some people use AI to do routing. That thing we use switch to do. When you're expecting high volume of routes, I would always say use switch. All right. Use your code node and your other nodes. All right. Don't let AI do all those. Because when they are more, AI is liable to make mistakes, especially when you've overloaded your AI. Now, why am I saying that? You will see a lot of you will see some people, not a lot, you see some people telling now those leads that come based on this one is hot, this one is cold, this one is warm. They use AI to score them. I have tried it, giving AI my metrics. Okay, AI did it. But sometimes, or a lot of times, I was getting higher score, higher score, higher score, higher score. Do you understand? Mostly higher score. Because there were a lot of instruction for it to be carried out at it. Okay? So when you need those smart decisions, you need someone to pull up the information about your business. You need someone to pull up information from somewhere, then write a response according to that information. Then it is your AI. You need someone that you need a staff to stay on um, every day, 24 hours a day. That is your AI. You understand? So those human brain, human decision making, right? Human activities, all right, that can wear you out. Those are the things your AI can do. And one thing with AI is that even that your prompt that is there, mind you, like you can go and do this by yourself. That your prompt that you have prompted your AI to do, and it is working now, right? People are using it. It improves, it learns and improves on it. Okay, try it. Do a task with your AI 10 times. You find out that it might not produce the exact standard of results. Right? There will be improvement in the results. Okay, this is what I myself I have done. And if you built AI agents here, if you have built AI agents or you have done any AI workflow, you will also you must have observed what I'm saying now, right? I'm trying to unlock the group. Let's unlock the group. Okay. So question now is how do we integrate AI? How do we even know what AI should do? Or how do we know when to integrate AI? Or how do we even decide if we need to integrate AI or not? Like I always tell you, depending on the business problem you are solving, depending on the solution you are giving. For instance, let me use the normal lead that we've been doing. Okay. I have hot lead, I have cold leads, and I have warm leads. Hot leads are the ones that I'm expecting to give me money. Warm leads are like, okay, 50-50, they may not. But cold leads are the ones that I'm supposed to discard, right? Then, since I'm expecting hot leads to give me money, okay, I know that, okay, even if I spend on the hot lead, I'm expecting them to give me money. But for every time you use AI to do any task, you are spending. I'll come to tokens. For every time you use AI to do any task, you are spending. All right. Now, if I use AI to write email to my hot lead, that is because I am hoping that my hot lead is going to give me money. All right. Those are the ones that are qualified for me to give my attention and for me to spend on. Okay. For the business sake, right? Now, good. For the warm lead 50-50, it's also fine. But for the cold lead, who I know I am discarding, why should I spend money on them? Are you understanding it? In a scenario like this, why should you spend money on people you know that you're going to discard? Right? This should give you a clearer view of, okay, when do you use AI? When do you not use AI? If you need your business to run online 24/7 to interact with people, then you use AI, whether it is cold or warm. Then you now know that, okay, why do you need your business to run 24/7, maybe to interact with people? Okay, probably because you want people to have that feeling to show that you are always online or that company. Like I'm telling you because when I say you need your business in your mind, you should always have it in mind that okay, you have people, your clients to be or companies you might sell these solutions to. Those are the ones I'm referring by saying you. Okay. Let us say someone that sells, let's say a boutique, for instance, a boutique that does not know, excuse me, a boutique, excuse me again, a boutique that doesn't know that they need AI. And you walk to a boutique and tell him, a boutique owner or a restaurant owner and tell him that you actually need AI to be online for you 24/7. They say that no, they don't need all this. But do you know that for every person, those that sell on WhatsApp here, you will know what I'm saying better. For every person that chats you and you are not available, potentially, I mean, for every new customer, basically, even old customers, right, that chats you and you don't respond on time, you have potentially lost that customer. I'm not saying you will lose that customer, but you potentially lost that customer because sometimes customers chat you, hi, do you have do you have outbound issue? That moment that person is sending to you, that person must have sent another person again. Hi, do you have outbound issue? And some people, just like some people like doing, which I have observed, even some people like now, some people that even wanted to register on the class, they'll be like, okay, and I'll even follow up with them, they will ignore, right? Then as class don't start now, they won't come register with that promo price then, and I'm telling them no, this is what it is. I'm not even changing it, right? Now some people believe that when they delay to respond, it gives them what value. But no, it makes you lose the person. Now that person that asks you, hi, do you have app and shoe? And the person asks another person, do you have app and shoe? The other person answers first and say, yes, I have app and shoe. It is $100 or it is 100,000 naira. Then the person says, okay, let me see. They conclude, person sends money. Then you now will now respond to the person after 6 hours. I tell the person that yes, I have app and shoe. Which color do you want? The person now ignores your message or tells you, don't worry, I have got it from somewhere else. Right? Or somebody wants this in the midnight and you are angry that, oh, why is somebody chatting me in the middle of the night? The person does not care. Rather, the person wants his messages to be replied to in the middle of the night. You understand? Oh, okay. So the person wants their message to be responded to in the middle of the night. It does not matter if you are online or not. But this is what the customer wants, and this is what the customer needs to be satisfied. All right. A business like that may not know that they even need AI, but at the end of the day, they need AI to do what? Now, what does that AI now do? AI interacts with the customers, whether they are available to chat or they are not available to chat. AI interacts with their customers. AI takes the orders. AI converts them to lead. Remember what I used to say in my TikTok live classes for those who were there, right? I told you that for all your chatbots or your AI agents, ensure that they take the customers or the person chatting, their email or phone number or the means to which you're going to communicate with the person. For us in Nigeria, you may need their phone number. Well, if it's not a Nigerian something that you only need their email address, then you connect only their email address. So that you, even if they don't patronize you, they just wanted to chat with your AI, all right, or your chatbot or your agent, you have gotten their basic details which you use to reach out to them later for your marketing or whatsoever. Don't leave those things to sleep. Now, token. What are tokens? Right? So tokens are like the credits you use or the credits you burn while making use of your AI. I told everybody here to register on Open Router, right? Open Router today.
Yes.
Okay. So then tokens are like when you're making a call, all right? When you're making a call and your airtime is burning, okay? Your airtime is what you use to make calls. Now that is so airtime is to call what token is using AI. Do you understand? Now, in your AI or building your workflows, you should have this in mind, strongly in mind, not maybe. Have it strongly in mind that your ChatGPT you are using on your laptop, on your phone, and you're paying 7,000 naira, or you're paying 200,000 naira, or you're paying 100,000 naira, or you're even paying 20,000 naira per month. Even if you have it fully subscribed, you're not going to make use of it to build your AI automation. Tokens on AI automation are pay as you use, which means as you are using the token, they are charging you, not by subscription, right? So that your ChatGPT account you have, for you to link in your ChatGPT API to your workflow, okay? You need to recharge your ChatGPT via the API side, not that side that you use to chat ChatGPT on your phone. All right, I will show you how you can get that. You need to link your card. Okay, someone is asking, is there any free API? Yes, that is why I say register on Open Router. Most times, Open Router gives you free tokens to try, but you might be unlucky and you'll not get the free tokens. But Open Router issues free tokens to try. Now, what is Open Router? What is Gemini? What is Claude? What is other AI platforms? The difference between others and Open Router is Open Router is an aggregating platform. I'm going to say all of them one by one. We are using I use Open Router, all right, to build my AI agent. Okay. Open Router is an AI model aggregating platform. What do I mean by aggregating platform? It carries models together. Now, what are these models? There is LLM. We should know what LLM is by now, right? Large language model, which is your ChatGPT, your Gemini, your Claude, your Grok, and there is natural language model. All right. Now, some of them also have natural language model, which has lower how do I want to put it? Like this their lower data unlike large language model. Right. So natural language model sometimes can also be said to be small language models, right? Then there are small language models, large language models, natural language models. But some natural language models are actually small language models, right? And you can see that your small language model is less stupid, but they are less effective in some tasks. If you want someone to write an email for you, you can use a small language model like ChatGPT, um, ChatGPT 4.0 mini, right? No, ChatGPT 4.0 mini is actually, in fact, I don't even know how to say, I would say it's a crossover. All right, it's both small language, it's large language, but it's not as large as, right? It's a mini, 4.0 mini, right? Now you have you have things like lower versions like 3.2. You have Mistral. There's one that we used one time. What's that? Anyway, when we go to the NSN, I will show you all of them. Okay. Now, Open Router is an aggregating platform, right? For those if you don't understand what aggregating platform is, see it like Jumia. Everybody here know what Jumia is, right? Jumia is not just Nigerian platform. Because everybody, if you don't know what Jumia is, tell me so that we change the instant. Do you all know what Jumia is? Does anybody not know what Jumia is? Okay, so everybody knows what Jumia is. Now, Jumia, I'm not advertising Jumia. Jumia is a platform that brings sellers together, right? Okay. Now, that is what Open Router does. It brings models together. Okay? So, giving you leverage, if you want to choose, um, maybe you recharge $10, for instance. Out of that, your $10, you can use Gemini. You can use ChatGPT, that is OpenAI. You can use Grok. You can use Claude. You can use any of the large language models or even the small language model with that your $10. That is what Open Router does, right? By that you're recharging that small money, okay? You can use those models, okay? But then when you use the large language model by themselves, now this large language model, who are they? You have your Google Gemini, you have your OpenAI. OpenAI is your ChatGPT. You have your OpenAI, you have your Grok, you have your Mistral, you have your Claude, and there are lots of them, right? Good. All those things you see online, they will tell you use this AI to generate image. I will come to that. Those are not AI. Let me not say those are not AI. A lot of them are not AI. A lot of them are these workflows that you are building right now, these automations you are building right now, and they give it out. All right, publish it for people to start using to generate one thing or the other. Someone here, Ego RRN, in the group says he posted something and say use this link to generate any image. Do you understand? Someone can do something like that and post it as it. Now I'm trying to differentiate so that you understand the difference between the large language model and those things you see online where they tell you use this AI to generate your script, use this AI to generate an image, use this AI to generate your concept idea. Those are not large language models. However, large language models like your OpenAI now have other branches or other tasks managers or makers. For instance, your OpenAI, which is your ChatGPT. By OpenAI, everybody knows it's ChatGPT, right? So I will not necessarily call it ChatGPT. Your OpenAI, your Gemini, all right? Gemini is owned by Google. Let me use Gemini. Your Gemini, all right, which is Google, has Veo 3. Your Gemini, okay, which is by Google, also has Nano Banana as their image generator. It also has Google Gemini image generator itself, right? It has a lot of other top task accomplishers like image makers, script writers, and the rest. Okay? For instance, now, if you're building a workflow that you're meant to generate an image, then you will know that you're going to include or integrate something like Gemini Nano Banana, right? But if you're building a workflow that you need your AI to generate email for you, you do not need Nano Banana or View. What you need is just your message model AI node or your AI agent, right? So in this large language model, they are basically or they basically have the text-based generators, right? There are the ones that are task-based that they excel so much at communication, all right? They are the ones that they do with their work is to transcribe, just transcribe someone's voice note from voice note to text. There are those that is their work. It does not mean that they are another platform. That your open AI, this is your ChatGPT, your open AI still has that node, transcriber. Gemini has transcriber. All right. Now they also have image maker. They have video maker, just like OpenAI has Sora. Gemini has View. Do you understand? So all these should not confuse you. Okay. So large language models are those ones I will always call LLM, right? So models are these AI large language models that we know. Your OpenAI, your Gemini, your Grok. So whenever I come to say, put your LLM here, or we take the model, just so that I am talking about that AI that you already know. All right. Good. Now, let me talk about why do you need them in your workflow? If you ask me, why do you need them in your workflow? The question I will ask you is, what do you want to achieve in your workflow? If you want to achieve an email sending workflow, then you do not need an image maker. If you want to achieve chat-based chatbots or AI, then you do not need a video maker. All right, it says I'm now. Before Williams will say I'm fast, I'm going very slow today. Okay, but are we all understanding it? Is there a part I need to repeat before I go to NSM? Okay, good. So, what you want to achieve, which is why I will always ask, what do you want to achieve? What you want to achieve, all right? So, see this NSM something or see AI automation like this thing that they say, what is it saying that something determines the what? The what is it that they say now? That means the result determines the process or something like that. Yeah. So what you want to achieve determines the nodes or your automation you want to do. All right. I've said that several times. All right. And before I go to anything, start integrating. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is to build those simple things we are building, but now using AI to integrate them so that you will understand that it is still the same thing. No, however, AI will now come and make life easier for us and make it more branded and much more cleaner. You understand? For instance, that email I fired to everybody that submitted assignments. Everybody, you received an email, right? Saying this is a test, what. You received an email, right? Because AI that generated it, you'll probably see something better. All right? Yeah, W normal you will not receive because you've not submitted assignment before. Okay. Okay, so before I head to anything, I know some people here don't really like questions, but let me ask questions Is there any question before I go here? So that I will know that once I go there, I will finish what I'm doing there before I come to take questions again. Anybody with any question? Williams Etuk, go ahead with your question.
Good evening once again.
Good evening.
Sorry for taking you back. It is what I'm going to ask now is in respect to the presentation that was carried out by the big man, Mr. Usas.
Okay.
Now, that is in one aspect. So, what's the key word? Because I didn't really grab exactly what you were saying after that, because there were areas you chipped in. What are the key words to use, especially if you are being interviewed by a client, to explain the workflow you had already submitted to them? That is on one hand. On the other hand, please, is it right professionally to describe the workflow we drop on our LinkedIn platform? Thank you.
Okay. Have you seen other people's LinkedIn accounts when they drop workflows?
I have seen, but I haven't seen. I don't know. My LinkedIn is. I just created it, but I don't know why I'm not linked to that area where I am functioning.
Optimize your LinkedIn to what you do. That was one of the long voice notes I dropped before this class started. Optimize your LinkedIn. All right. It does not matter if you studied animal husbandry. It doesn't matter if you studied furniture making. It doesn't matter if you studied midwifery or midwifery or anything, right? Or agricultural technology. What matters on your LinkedIn is what do you want to do? If you have transitioned into a web developer or AI automation specialist, then remove animal husbandry professional from your LinkedIn header. Remove it. Put it into your education. Do you understand? Because whatever is on your LinkedIn header, right, is what LinkedIn will bring into you. The same thing with every other platform. That is what they will bring into you. So if what you have on your LinkedIn header is animal husbandry or pure water seller, LinkedIn will be bringing to you posts concerning pure water selling or husbanding animal. You understand? That is one. Now, I showed you a screenshot how you generate your LinkedIn posts. Okay? You must, I'm not saying maybe, for every post you make on LinkedIn, you must, not maybe, not sometimes, MUST in capital letters, you must write what that workflow is about, what it achieved, the results. You must not go and describe that this workflow is for so, but you must show the result of that workflow. I did a very simple demo here. Let me share my screen again. I did it for the people coming late. I did a very simple demo where I told ChatGPT to act, or you are a professional LinkedIn account manager, right? Now, look at this. As a professional account manager, what did it generate? And what did I do? I copied the workflow and pasted it. Now, look at this. Let me go up. I told ChatGPT, you are a professional LinkedIn manager who has grown LinkedIn and gotten numerous clients. And actually, draft an engaging LinkedIn post for the JSON files to be attached here. Make them result-driven, engaging, and showcasing my skills in AI automation. Sell the solution and not the tools. Ensure to always add 15 hashtags. You can tell it 15 relevant hashtags. Then I came here, copied my workflow. Okay, I copied my workflow. Now, let me copy this workflow here. Let me copy this workflow. Let me not, let me just copy a new workflow and show you it's going to do the same thing. I copy this workflow. I go here. I paste it with that prompt at the top here. I paste it and I do it. What is it going to do? It's going to give me, now you see, it has generated a post. Students don't fail exam because they didn't do it. They fail because they don't want to practice. They don't know what to practice. So I built an AI system that turns any course material into a personalized exam prep pack in minutes. I'm going to paste this on LinkedIn. I'm going to post this on LinkedIn. All right. Now you can see it generated a result-driven, not plenty talks. Here's what happens. The students upload their lecture notes, textbook, or course PDF. They choose how many questions they want, how many options per question. Then the system reads and understands the entire document, blah, 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 blah. You understand? Then you attach the image. You attach the image. Where is the image? You then attach the image. Are you snapping to, right? You attach the image. Okay? And post. Anybody seeing this post, anybody seeing this thing on LinkedIn knows one thing for sure. Number one, you know how to use N10. All right. Now you can see, so I built a system on N10. You can add it here. Now the person knows number one, you know what you are building. Number two, you build something for a result, for a purpose, not generic. So if your question is, must you professionally, is it professional to do it? The answer is yes. YES in capital, and you must. You understand? Everybody, you must go to other people's LinkedIn page to check. Okay? Go to their post to check. You see? All right. Then your other question was about the presentation, the keywords. Now, the keywords to use, I told you, go to your AI and improve on this. Do not sell the tool you're using anytime. But if you start selling tools, it's technical. Or that was technical. A novice will not understand what he's saying. But when you sell the results and the solution, by selling the result and solution means that you are hammering on the problem, the solution, the problem, the solution and the result. Yes, the problem, the solution that you got for it, then the result you got. Let me also show you here how this has been gotten. All right. Now look at it. The problem. Can you see the problem? Can you see the solution here? And where is the result? Where is the result? Since we go. Now, these are the results. Do you understand? However, you can add your own results. The results could be that the students are presented or prepared for their exam. This year, from here, are the results. This year talked about the results. Calling hours of academic preparation, it is self system that works on demand. You understand? Okay. Look at this too. So, and if you check here, it never talked about anything, how it was built or anything. It talked about the system that was built and what the system is. It did not talk about the tool that was used to build it, but then you can chip in the tool, but spend more of your time on the solution, the problem, solution, and the result. Do you understand? So I can now go into the thing now, right? Are you guys ready? I hope you will not get tired today. Are you ready? Are we ready? Adobe, where are you? Did you faint?
I am here, sir.
Did you faint? I hope you did not faint. Chinyere, did you faint? Chinyere, that's Chinyere. Chinyere Umunafe, are you ready?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. And William, are you ready for us to
The
do
boss, I'm ready.
one last person I'm going to ask? Joseph Nyarubi, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
All right, good. So now, what we are going to do, we are just going to okay. I'm going to use AI. Okay, I'm going to read my email. All right. Now this can be done with anything entirely. But before I do that, let me introduce you to the world of AI here. Now I have AI agents. I search for agents. This is AI agents, right? By default, AI agent comes with a chat message by default, especially when you are adding it as your first node. It comes with this chat input here, all right? Comes with your chat input. But what do we do? Is it every time we need this chat input? The answer is no, we don't always need it. Are we going to need it today? No, we don't need it. So do not be in a haste, don't be in a rush. Let's delete it. Let's keep this guy here. Let me bring another one. Send, message a model. Message a model. Okay, it's not here as a note. Let me use Open AI. I'm using Open AI here. This is ChatGPT. Now, as I'm opening this ChatGPT, look closely. You will see message a model, classify text for violation, analyze image, generate an image, edit an image, generate audio, transcribe a recording, translate a recording, delete a file, list file, upload a file, trace the conversation, get the conversation, remove conversation, update conversation, generate a video. These are the things OpenAI can do.
No, sir. Before you said ChatGPT or OpenAI, which one?
Who is asking that question? I need to know you. I need
Same.
to
They are the same.
Who is asking that one? Is it
It's
Ken
Ken
Peter?
Peter.
They are same.
Yes, that's me.
Oh, Ken Peter. Ken Peter should pay us. Wait, Ken Peter looks like
My
diaspora.
bad.
You should pay us 5,000 naira diaspora fine. But
Okay, sir. Make I learn first.
okay, so OpenAI is a company that owns ChatGPT. So, okay, OpenAI is ChatGPT, just like Meta is how do I put it? Meta is Facebook, right? So this is one thing here, right? Don't get deceived with this word GPT. All right, let me show you something. I cannot really remember it now. Let me see. Meaning of GPT. Do you understand it now? All your AI models are actually GPT. Do you understand? Generative pre-trained transformer. Okay. All right. So your chat GPT, let me also do it here. Chat GPT versus Open AI. OpenAI is a research and deployment company. The developer white chat their consumer facing chat product. Just like I said, your ChatGPT, OpenAI is to ChatGPT what Meta. The company or the large language model is OpenAI, but that's one that they used to face with people. That one that you're chatting with ChatGPT, that is a product in it, right? Is it clear now?
Yes, understood.
But then your diaspora finds this stand.
No, Allah.
So here, I brought out agents, right? Let me bring out message model. Please, everyone, if you're with your laptop, click on here, create a new credential. You should see a bonus.
Boss. I beg no verse. Which one did you choose from the OpenAI? Which one did you choose?
Message model.
Message model.
Look at it. It's written here. Message model. Right. Let me also go here. Gemini. Let me also choose message model. I'm not doing anything yet. I'm just explaining to you. I wouldn't mind using today to explain to you all so that you can grab it. Okay, you can see this, right? Let me check Claude. Anthropic Claude. All right, let me check Claude. Message model on Claude. All right. Good. Let me also check Grok. XAI Grok. Right? Okay. Grok only has chat model. All right. Which other? Let me check Mistral. Yeah. Mistral only has extract text. Okay. So I'm going to leave Mistral out of this. But looking at these ones here, can somebody tell me the difference between all of this? Except Stewart, the teacher. Can someone tell me the difference between all these here? Nobody? Okay, Ibrahim Latifi, go ahead, yeah.
All right. According to my own understanding, the basic difference is that there are different, should I say, let me say developer.
Ibrahim.
Yes, sir.
Without using what are the differences?
Without using
without saying what are the differences? Go ahead.
they are different different developer.
Okay. Another
AI.
right?
These are different AI companies, like it's AI agents.
Okay.
This one is for ChatGPT. This is slash so OpenAI. The other is Gemini.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Igor. They try. Now the difference here is this. These ones by the left here. This one here. All right, this one here. But let me add another thing here. Yes, let me add LLM chain. Basic LLM chain. I want to make this class as simple as anything else. Okay, now look at this. Basic LLM chain, right? And this three here. Now the difference is this. If you check the shape of this one and the shape of these other three here, they are the same, right? Yes or no? They are virtually the same shape.
They are.
Good.
They are the same in shape.
This one here has extra tail. Abi? This AI agent can do the work of all these ones. All right. But the basic difference, and the basic LLM chain can also do the work of this one. All right. But what is their difference? Their difference is that this one here that have a product logo. What I mean by product logo, this one has OpenAI logo, this one has Gemini logo, this one has Anthropic Claude logo, right? What they mean is that it is only OpenAI that you can use inside this one. If I open it, I can only connect OpenAI account and choose OpenAI models. Sorry, models. I choose only OpenAI models. You can see GPT, 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 GPT. Only OpenAI model. All right. The audio mini, the five codecs, blah 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 blah. Right. So this one is only for OpenAI. All right. While this one is also the same thing, only for Anthropic Claude. And this one is only for Gemini. That's it. Gemini, 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 Gemini. So what this one we only output as model will be only Gemini product. That is the basic difference between this. And this one are text-based. But see, as the name says, message a model, right? So you can use it to generate your email, write your email, which can also do with your agent, right? So, but then what is the difference with this one? The difference is this. This tool here gives you leverage to choose any model you want. All right. So long as you're inside here, you can click on your chat model, all right, the model you want, and you can choose whether Anthropic, whether Gemini. You see here, I'll choose Anthropic, you can choose your Azure, Microsoft, you can choose your Cohere, you can choose your DeepSeek, you can choose your Gemini, you can choose your Grok, you can choose your Mistral, you can choose your Lemonade, you can choose your Llama. I'll talk about the Llama later, right? Please, somebody remind me of Llama. I'll talk about it. You can choose your Open Router, which is this one now. You can choose your Vercel, you can choose your Grok, you can choose all of them. You can choose all of them. Do you understand? You can choose any of them. Sorry, not all. You can choose any of them to plug it in here. Now, if I choose Open Router, just like I already explained to you, that Open Router is an aggregator. If I choose an Open Router here, let me disconnect Open Router. And I open Open Router. See, let me do this again. Now, let me add Google Gemini chat model. See Google Gemini chat model. This is Open Router. If I open Google Gemini, please, someone should answer me. Unlock your mic, unmute your mic. Answer me. Let's do our nursery rhyme. What models are here? What models are here?
Gemini.
Gemini, right? Good. Now, if I open the Open Router, what models are you seeing? Let me go from the beginning. You can see that this one is displayed. What model are you seeing? You can see the Open Router has a lot of models, hundreds of models. You can see, all right, from AI Jamba to Aeon to Alfred to Alibaba to Allen to Amazon to Anthracite to Anthropic Claude to RC to Baidu to ByteDance to Cohere to DeepSeek to Google Gemini to IBM, Liquid, Meta Llama, Mistral, Minimax, Mistral. You can see them, Moonshot, Morph, NVIDIA, OpenAI. It has all of them, all right? So your Open Router node, I told you to register on Open Router, right? Now that is registration on Open Router. The difference now is that, please mute your mic. You can mute your mic. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Got the post answer for inside my career now. Yeah? This guy. Take your time with you.
I bet you wait the first time for your Gary. I beg. Bring the Gary here. I go see one.
Senior man, if I open my open router,
Yes.
then from select credentials,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing anything. Maybe I'm not registered.
Calm
Okay,
down.
thank you.
As we are talking, go to openrouter.ai, register on openrouter.ai and wait. I will tell you when to ask. Do your test like this. All right. Okay. So now we go here to check Open Router. The difference is that your Open Router account you registered that time. Open Router is another account. Okay, everybody with your systems, with your phone, just go to openrouter.ai. Let me open openrouter.ai for you here so that you see. Openrouter.ai. Okay, look at it here. Now, unified interface for large language model. Now, if I click on this model, show me all the models in Open Router. You can see all of them, right? Then, this is one good thing with Open Router here, okay? If I click on credit, I can choose to add credit. I'm even owing them minus 18 credit, but I never start with because I go, oh, now where is it? I'm paying them minus 18 credit. Now, if I load $10 here, for instance, if I load $10, I can use this $10. I say $10. Oh God. I can use this $10 to make use of any AI model I want inside there. Whether it's ChatGPT, whether it is Gemini, whether it is Grok, whether it is Claude, I can use that $10, right? But if I go to ChatGPT and load $10 inside OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, I can only use that $10 only on ChatGPT. Okay, so let me open ChatGPT, which is OpenAI, OpenAI API. So I see that the API platform is different. Look at API platform. I will now go here and do what? Okay, I will log in API platform. You go to API platform, platform.openai. Right? To sign in, yeah, sign me on automatically. Then I will now go to the API. Where's the API here? Where's the API? But then any API I'm putting here is not going to work. All right, because let me show you this. Let me go to the link. Yeah, it's not going to work because there is no payment. I have to load credit into this. Now, this is that ChatGPT that you know. But for me to use the API, now look at the API key. If I want to link it, I'll click on this API key. I will generate my API. I already have an API key I generated, right? I'll create a new API key, name it, you get, then I copy the key. However, it will not work because there is no credit here. For you to use, for your OpenAI API key to work, you're going to say hi. You must link your card. Do you understand? You must link your card. All right. So your payment method, you have to connect them and all that. They used to have credit grants, but they don't have credit grants again. That minus 523, and I did not use it. $18. Do you get? Now, if I load my Open AI, mind you, there's OpenAI, there's Open Router. If I load my OpenAI, which is that GPT platform I've gone to, okay, that platform.openai.com, I'm going to only use OpenAI, and I cannot use it on Open Router. But if I load my Open Router, I can come here and choose any model I want at all. Do you understand? Okay, good. So that's the debate. The same thing with Gemini. Gemini will give you test API test thing to run. You can run Gemini for a certain number of works a day, but always use your Gemini 2.0 flash, 2.5 flash. Okay, that's what that's going to run. All right. And the good thing is that currently Gemini is giving $300 credit grant. But please don't misuse it. Hold on, don't misuse it. Only use it when you're doing maybe you're reading your media generating workflows, right? So that is just it, basically. Okay. Then I said someone should remind me about Olama. Let me talk about Olama. This Olama here, this Olama is a platform that hosts your, where is it? Where is that Olama? Yeah, look at it here. So Olama is a self-hosting platform. In case you want to host your you don't want to pay money for OpenAI API key. You don't want to pay money for Gemini API key. You don't want to pay money for DeepSeek API key. You can use Olama. You host your large language model locally on your laptop. So that OpenAI, all right, will be functioning on your laptop, hosted on your laptop. All right, you will like the pro version of it will be running on your laptop that you do not need to pay any money anymore. All right, that is the open source version of it. Just like your just like your NFTN that you can self-host NFTN and you'll be running the pro version on your laptop, right? The same thing with this Olama. Okay, but then if you use a managing laptop, usually laptops that are below around 8 GB graphics card. I'm not talking about RAM, 8 GB graphics RAM, the graphics card. And you link it to your workflow. Let me go to this place so that you see my face when I'm describing it, so that you remember it. If you use a low graphic card laptop to host your Olama, okay, and you link it to your workflow, you're building an AI agent. You can send hi. You can send hi. That hi will be processing. You will go to work in the morning, go and collect something from your office, come back to your house. It is still processing. You go to the restroom or to the bedroom, go and bath. You gotta eat breakfast. It will still be processing. Sometimes it will show you error, right? Sometimes it will finally process. Maybe after 30 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours, it will finally process. I'm saying for those who have managing laptops, all right, their laptop is below, the graphic card is small, right? The video card and the graphic card, whatever, it's small, right? But if you have those bigger gaming laptops, it can run. At least it can run, right? So do not go and host someone's work professionally on Olama on your small laptop. That person will type hi. Eh? Drive to eat, go and finish eating, go and visit his friends or her friends, then come back to the house. That high will still be running. Will still be running like this. You understand? Then finally, when the person has finished resting, and now say, oh, let me go and take my laptop. It will now show you. It will now show you your response. Here said a dedicated graphic is a lot. We just need 1.7 million. Yes. 8 GB dedicated, but where I have seen it run smoothly is 16 GB dedicated. That's the only one new. I went because mine was not mine was not running. It was processing. If I go to Olama and chat, it will process. But when I link it, I will do high. I will go and do every other thing I have to do. Come back. It will still be running. You understand? And I went to the community and I now checked. And I saw people who have 8 GB dedicated, they're still complaining the same thing. That the people who have 16 GB are the ones that say it's running for them smoothly. So it is 16. And I concluded that it is 16 GB that is running. And you know what it means for you to get 16 gigabytes. Now, don't misunderstand. If you're running or you're chatting your AI on your Olama, it will run. But once you linked it, once you have integrated it to your work, that is where it will slow down. You understand? That's where you will go and have your meeting, board meeting, come back before, right? That's good. And okay, Wekesa said, Brian said, I hosted it too locally, but my PC was freezing all the time. It can't really be supported to lower laptop. Yes, that's it. That's the fact. That's the fact. If you throw your laptop. Yeah. Okay, let me take a couple of questions, right? Before I now start building a workflow. Go ahead.
Yeah, when it comes to the Olama agents, AI agents, is it just for only the AI agents? What about, can it work for voice agents?
No, it can't. Now, look at this. This Olama, okay, let me open Olama. Everything we do, remember I always say everything we do is based on the availability. Now look at Olama. Look at it. Only has analyzed image and messaging model. Those are the only things it has, right? Other Olama things are chat model, which is your normal chat model. Then embeddings, leave the embeddings till you get to rack system. Olama tool is when you are attaching it to an AI agent. All right, you see that it appears different. You attach it to your AI agent. Now, by explaining this, let me also let you understand something here while working with your AI agent, all these symbols and the rest. Okay. Now you can see your AI agent. Your AI agent has certain. Sorry, excuse me, rather. Your AI agent has certain tools it takes. Your email, for instance, let me say Gmail here. You will see that Gmail will come here, right? Let me send a message. Gmail comes here. You're seeing the shape of this Gmail, right? But if I come here and type Gmail, I see Gmail 2. All right? The shape of this one is different. Under this tool, AI agents tool, is only these ones with rounded shapes that can come here. All right? To prove it to you, let me disconnect this and disconnect this. Now let me connect these two to here. It will never connect. Are you seeing it? It will never connect. It will never connect. But let me connect this to here. That's connected. Let me try the other way. Let me connect this to this. It will never connect. Let me try it again. It will never connect. But let me connect this to here. It will connect. So your AI agent works with the tools, the ones that have tool inscription. Tools inscription. Those are the ones it work with. Now, this is an AI agent that can do numerous text-based tasks. All right, this one does text-based tasks like you're chatting, those things. You hear your AI agent, chatbot, things, blah blah blah. All of them, those is AI agents. This is that thing they're talking about. While all these other ones are mission-based. I've talked about mission-based, right? Good. I just have answered you. Chinyere, let me hear your question. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. The Olama you talked about, is it like you can use other nodes for to replace what Olama can do, since it requires higher laptop, right? It's not like if there is no other node that can replace it.
Yes. When I talked about Olama, I talked about it that for those who do not want to pay for AI usage, like your ChatGPT, your Gemini, you don't want to pay to use them, then you can use Olama, host Olama. But before you host Olama,
Okay.
you understand?
Um,
Nnamdi Samuel. Nnamdi Samuel, go ahead.
Okay. Sir. So what you just explained now about the send a message on that Gmail, I don't really get you because you actually the two nodes you brought in was two Gmail to send the message, and you said something about each of them.
Okay. I did not bring two Gmail. Oh. Did I bring two Gmail? Okay, here. I said this Gmail 2. Sorry, this Gmail 2, right? This Gmail, not tool, this Gmail node is different from this Gmail node. That's what I was trying to explain. So when you're adding your tool or when you're trying to connect, this square, this one that has box shape, will not connect under your AI agent. Okay, it is only as a standalone tool, as a standalone node, while this is a tool under AI agent. Do you understand it now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, good. If you check under this
Thank
AI agent, the things that comes under it are just round. Even this our normal HTTP node, look at it. It is now round. Even let us connect. Is there code node for it? I don't think. Okay, code 2, which is very tricky, is now round. You can see anything that comes under this AI agent is now round. What else can we? Spreadsheets. Let me connect sheets, and you see that sheets will also be round. Okay, sheet is now round. So anything that comes on under this Alhaji here or under this Odogu here will be round. Okay? But when they go outside as a standalone node, by standalone node, I mean that functional nodes that they do things on their own. They are four corner. Let me put it four corner. That's a square shape, right? Should it be square shape? Good. Then these ones here are not standalone nodes. They are not standalone nodes. Why do I say that they are not standalone nodes? They cannot function on their own except the AI agent calls them to act. This AI agent, that is where your prompting comes in. Your AI agent has to call them to do one work or the other before they'll be able to function. But here, this one can function on its own, just like you're firing an email. Goes over, it now goes and sends your email. Boom, email fire. But here, it cannot send an email except the AI agent tells it to. Okay, send an email. Do not send an email. Okay, pull up data. It will pull up data. It cannot do those things on their own. Do you understand the difference now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So we can now go to. Can we now go to using any of them, or you people are tired for today? Can we go to using them? What's the lab for today? What's the
We are
lab?
to close by 8 o'clock.
I said 8:30.
So we,
Okay, 8:30.
so
Sorry.
webhook, you've not said anything about webhook.
Okay. Here I say let's do something now. By the time we start now, she will run. Can Adobe. They will run. William will start saying you are too fast.
Mike.
William will start saying you're too fast. So. Let me do William voice. You're too fast. So.
So what do you mean that I will run?
You that will go and start painting.
Never run.
Oh, you don't used to run? I used to check my
I was just yesterday. I just told you not to give us an assignment because of the time. Not like I'm not enjoying the class. That I know I wouldn't have time to meet up.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing my video and we'll go and build something. Right? Someone is already saying. So you just have to condition your mind to always have 30 minutes extra, because sometimes, no matter how we want to stay within the time, sometimes it's inevitable that we exceed it, right? Especially when we have a lot of questions coming, I will have to answer our questions. Okay. Um, okay. So let's go to build something. I delete everything here. And I believe this class is very, very understandable to everyone. Like I told you, entering AI is one of the parts you're going to enjoy so well. You will enjoy it, but it's going to make you so lazy that you forget that your normal workflow is it. Yeah, Peter, go ahead. I want once I start building, no more questions. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah. What about the memory under the AI agent? Don't it has any uses?
It has a use.
Oh,
What is memory?
To remember something.
yeah.
Retain
No,
to
wait,
recall.
wait. I mean the person that asked the question. What is memory?
To recall an event,
Okay, good. No, it is not to store data. It is to remember or to recall. All right. You're very correct. But I skipped it because let it be when we use it. It is not every time that you will use the memory. Okay? Iso said RAM. As you're saying RAM, it's just RAM nucleus coming to my head. I don't know. I don't know another thing that is RAM. It's RAM mix me, I know. Okay. Let's go to build something before some people will start either wanting to paint or wanting to run. And William, Mr. Will, are you listening?
So I'm here.
Today I'm going to be very slow. You tell me that I'm very fast today when I'm slow, that will mean you will pay local fine. There is somebody owing us a diaspora fine
It's all
today.
right.
Okay, so here, our lab says, now what I mean by the lab says we are going to do something. Please, Nicholas, go ahead before I start. I want once I start, I've started.
Okay,
Go ahead.
boss. That
Yes.
what I wanted to ask is exactly what you just started. I want us to know exactly what you are building, so that you will be telling us things to use, the notes to use, and we'll know that we are heading somewhere. Thanks.
Okay. 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 Let us head somewhere today. The lab says build a simple mail. What is it called? Let me read it very well. All right. The lab says send a response to email with AI. So I'm going to use this this workflow today to show you two things. How to respond to email and how to use AI to write email. Those are the two things I am demonstrating. Remember that all our workflows normally demonstrate more than one thing. All right? They normally demonstrate more than one thing. So for today, that is what we are going to that's what I'm going to do. So that you see
Boss,
how you
so
can
what were the two subheadings you mentioned again? How to respond and how to do what?
send and respond to email with AI. Simon Amos, let me hear your voice. Simon Amos, unmute yourself.
Okay, you want to start building a workflow, right?
Yes, yes.
So what environment is this? Is it N8N environment?
Yes, it is n8n.io. But for now, Simon, hold on for just watch for now, right? We have, just like we discussed, all right? You and Roman, okay? Even if you guys don't build now, I don't have an issue with that. If you don't do the assignment, I don't have an issue with that, okay? But that will mean you have much work to do later, okay? So let's do what we planned, right? Roman, you heard too, right? Roman, are you here? W Norma. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right, all right, all right. So we meet tomorrow morning. Good?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So here I'm going to start by adding my Gmail trigger. Gmail trigger, just like we all know that a trigger is something that starts the workflow. So what will my Gmail trigger? Since I want to be responding to emails that are coming to my inbox, okay, what would I need the trigger to do? I will need the trigger to, whenever message comes in, you should pick that message up. All right. So I will do on message received. That is the trigger. Then, as I always say, your left hand side being this place, your left hand side being, I don't know why I always forget to increase my mouse, my cursor. But then I hope you guys can see
Yeah,
my cursor.
we can see it. We can see it vividly.
Okay. Now, my left hand side is always the node before. So when there is no node before, when it is always a trigger, you see that it will tell you to fetch the data. And the middle is what we are working on. But there's something very tricky here, right? If you check here, you will see that this is the Gmail account which you have already connected. This is the mode. The poll time, look at the poll time, which means this poll time, when do we, how often do we want it to search our mail? How often do you want it to read the mail? Do you understand? You will now set the time, just like your schedule trigger or any other number. Is it every minute? Is it every hour? Is it every day? Let me choose every minute, right? Let me leave at full time. Now, event, usually important, but we have already chosen the event. Okay. Now, look at this. This here, what did I say about this? You should always look at it to know what that is. But this is a trigger. It is a trigger. I can change the name of this node to, let me change it to William. Is there any node on NSN called William? No. The reason I'm changing it to William is because normally when I change node name, someone will ask, how did you get that node? But I would always explain that you can rename it. Now I'm changing it to William so that everybody will know that there is no node here that is called William. So let me change it to William Gmail trigger. There is no node called William Gmail trigger. I'm not answering any question right now. Someone is asking. All right, good. I changed the name of this Gmail, right? Now, inside this Gmail node, just like every other trigger node, inside this Gmail, sorry, every other app-based trigger, what else can we do here? Let me first test that and see if there is any email you can pull up. Is there any email you can pull up? Okay, which one is it? Which one is it? Okay, this is Instagram. Instagram notification. But okay, let me send an email to myself. Let me send an email to myself. No, I will not use this. Let me send an email to myself. Which email is this? Which email is this? Okay, let me use this. All right, let me send an email just to myself, right? Okay, so let me use, or you know what? Somebody should quickly send me an email, all right, while I'm also sending it to myself. Don't you quickly send me an email? Yes. To chibzymats@gmail.com. Let me use this and do let me just send to say holiday visits. Okay. Hey bro,
What's your email address?
chibzymat@gmail.com. Chibzymat@gmail.com. Look at it on the screen, it's showing, right?
Where? Okay. Chibzy.
But I will be visiting by the end of the month for the holidays, right? Cheers, Okafor, right? Now let me quickly let me quickly go and pull this. I need something that has context. So let me fetch and see the one I'm going to catch. Okay, yeah, I just caught my mind to say, hey bro, because now you can see something here, right? Now this is the aspect I wanted to clarify. Look at this. Hey bro, I'll be visiting by the end of the month for holidays. Cheers, Okafor. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. All right, hey bro. But there's something here. It shows snippets. All right, it's showing me the snippet. This is the message. This is the thread ID. This is the message ID. All right. Okay. Now this is where it came from, and this is where it went to. But then there's something I need to do here. I will turn it off, right, and see if it would get me that same message. If another message just came in, it would. Oh, someone just sent a message to say thanks for the you're doing well, right? Now, here now you would see that it has shown me a lot of other details. You get it has shown me a lot of other details because I simply turned off simplify. Okay. Then this is now where I'm going to be mapping. All right. It is good you turn off simplify so that you can get the full email. Now, if somebody sends me a very long email, all right, because the simplify was on, I will not get the full email. You understand? Now, this full email will be here. Okay? This full email will be here. Now, let me check my inbox. Let me check my inbox to see this email. All right? Where is that? Here's that inbox. Let me see. Okay. Okay, Akim. Akim sent hello. Okay, he sends now you see it, right? Thank you for the lecture. You are doing well. Akim responded on my email. That was why I'm seeing this. Consider the rest for more. But this is what Akim said. Please, I need somebody to send something longer. Send something longer, something long that can enter like 2 pages. Send something long. Adobe, they just flagged your email.
You can check mine. Okay, now, Peter.
I'm not the email to you. Friendly kids. Who said I need money? Oh, he sent something longer, something long. I've not received from Ethan Peter. Oh, from my inside, Ethan Peter is not here. Ethan Peter. No, resend your own Ethan Peter. Oh yeah, good. Let me use this Osas one. Yes, this success one is long, right? Good. You can see the information contained, you can see how it is long. Now, had it been this simplify was on, if this simplify was on, it will only give you part of this area, maybe just from here. Up. No, it may not even reach there. It might just give me just from here. You understand? It will only give me part of the email. It will not give me the full body of the email. You understand? So if you want to read the full body of your email, on simplify off, on it off, then what am I going to now do? I'll pin this data here. I'll pin it so that I can be able to use it. Correct? Then here I will need to mark this. I will need to use my edit field to declare them. A bit just like we always talk about using the edit field. What do I need to map using the edit field? I'm looking for the text. All right, I'm looking for the text, subject, the text. So the email subject, I'll put it here. Who sent the email from who? I'll put the person here so that my AI will know who sent it. Right? And while I'm also mapping, I'll be able to use it. Okay. Then the text, I will now look for the text. Look at the text here. The text we are going to use to map. Text. I'll put the text here. All right. Then is there another thing I need to use? I've taken the subject, I've taken the text. Then I can come here and rename them just like we always do, right? I can rename them. This one to be email subject. All right. Then I will name this to sender, and I will name this email body. Okay. When I execute steps, then I can see email. Let me use the schema. Email subject, sender, and body. All right. Look at them. Subject, sender. Now these are the three key information I'm going to. So I am using only three information from here. It doesn't mean that is the only three information you will always be using. All right. But there is something else. There is something else I need to add, which is the thread ID, because I'm going to be responding to that email. I'm going to put thread ID. All right. Thread ID. I need the email thread ID. Okay. I will execute this step again. And why do I need thread ID? So that while while the workflow is responding to that email, it will know that it is that particular thread it is responding to. All right, it's very, very important. And again, I'm going to also show you something that respond, reply, and send are not the same. Please give me a minute. Let me tell you that. Who is laughing? Please give me a minute. Yeah? Okay, I'm back. All right, so I'm back. Let me on my video. So in case those that want to that feel sleepy, my face can make them not to sleep. Or those that feel like giving up, my face will bend them. When I shine my eye like this, they feel like not giving up again. Remember I said you to always drink pure water. Have a bag of pure water in your house, so that when you feel like giving up, you drink pure water. All right. So here, what am I now going to do? I'm going to now add my AI. Okay. Now, what do I need the AI to do? I need now this is just a very simple one to tell the AI to
Boss, I bet no verse. This edit field, how did you run it now? How did you run it? Can you do a really quick recap?
okay. Edit field. When you put it, there are two ways to do edit field. I'm not supposed to be teaching edit field now, though, but let me run it again. Okay. You either drag those items you want, like text here, for instance. I drag it and put into here. All right. Put into here. Okay. Or another way is I'll click manually, put this here, and put the title. But it is always good to drag and drop, because when you drag and drop, it will automatically define if it is string, if it is number, if it is boolean, or if it is array. All right. I can also use the edit field to manipulate data. All right. We'll get to that one day. Okay. Now I have executed and data has flown. Then I add my AI. Now, on a normal, you're supposed to add. Now, if you're building along or whenever you're going to build, check this out. Add your, let me use Gemini. Add your Gemini. All right. Add your Gemini. Let me use Gemini, send the message. Let me use Gemini, send the message. Now, this is Gemini, send the message, right? I already linked my Gemini account, but if I want to link Gemini account, I will have to go to. Now, listen. For those of you using N8N, you can using from N8N, you can easily click your what's it called, your Google to link it. But for us using posted accounts, what do we have to do? You have to open the doc. See this doc here. Remember I told you about API. Use the docs. You have to open the documentation. Now open the document. I will go step by step to do it. But I'm posting this video, so I'm not going to review my API key. It's very wrong and risky, right? So now for those of you using Open Router, okay, so this is the trick here. Look at this guy. If you're using Open Router, let me search Open Router. If you're using Open Router, okay, that will mean Open Router only has type model, so that will mean you're going to use agents. You can see in most of my work, I use agents. The reason I use agents is because I use Open Router. Then I'll put my Open Router here. Then you go to your Open Router. Let me show you. I'll put Open Router here. Okay. Then to create Open Router, to link your Open Router, simply go there. See this API key. Go to your Open Router account. Excuse me. Go to your Open Router account. Click on this, your profile here. Click on keys. Then copy any of it. Just copy the key you have created. If you haven't created key, click on create API key. Create API key. Create API key. Now, when you create API key, let me show you. Let me say, who asked this last quick question? Let me store your name like the way of software they used to store name. Nico. Let me say Nico. Credit limit. Your limit? You want it to have credit limit. Look. Now, what this credit limit means is how many where you want it to exhaust or you want it to stop running. Okay, you put it, but when you leave it blank, it's unlimited. You want it to always reset? No, I don't want it to. You want it to expire within 1 hour, 1 day. Let me put 1 hour for myself. But if you don't want it to expire, then you don't have to put anything there, right? Then I create the key. Once I create this key, this is Open Router. Once I create this key, I will copy it, go to my N8N, all right, go and place the key here and click on save. It shows green, it has connected. If it shows red, it has not connected. You can see it is green, connected. All right. Then I'll go back. Now my open router is connected. I do account 3. Now on account 3, I'll go and choose 40 mini. Here, look at this model. Choose 40 mini. 40 mini. All right. Now on your 40 mini, let me use this opportunity to explain these further things to you. Add options. Now, frequency penalty. All right. Frequency penalty is, you can make AI to punish itself. All right. Now, please, mute your mic. Mute your mic. Who is that? Bobo, whether Bobo day or Bobo no day, mute your mic. Honorable Minister. Okay.
Sorry.
I know you don't see Bobo. Honorable Minister, you mute them. Now, frequency penalty is when, now you see, positive values penalizes new token based on their existing frequency in the text so far, decreasing the model likelihood to repeat itself. Now, it makes it not to repeat, maybe when it is writing emails, it makes it not to repeat the same thing frequently. That is more like punishing the AI for trying to repeat one thing over and over and over again. That is frequency penalty. When you increase it, you punish it, right? Maximum number of tokens means that the maximum of token you want it to consume for that for each specific tag. Now, always read this thing here. Look at here. Always read this question mark. The maximum number of tokens to generate in the completion. Most models have context length of 2048 tokens, except newest model, which is it supports 32,000. Do you understand? Now, maximum number of tokens. If I want that for you to generate an email, it shouldn't go more than 1,000 tokens. I will set it. All right. Then another thing is response format. How do you want it to respond? Which is text. Yes, we will use text because we want it to respond in text. Presence penalty. Presence penalty. I've not actually used this one, so I'm going to read it. Positive values penalize new token based on whether they appear in text so far, increasing model likelihood to talk about new topics. Okay. That means it's more like the frequency as well, right? So allowing it to generate new things, new ideas, and new topics at each time, not being repetitive. Right? Sampling temperature, very important. By default is on 0.7. Before it used to be on 0. Okay, let me do this, right? Let me add this OpenAI. Let's just use it to check something now, right? Please don't get confused. I'm just using this to test something. Where is send the message? The message your mother. Now I'm going to check sampling temperature. Where is sampling temperature? There's no number of people. From where is temperature? There is no temperature. Output randomness. Okay, output randomness temperature is on 1. Now look at it. All right. Now, normally sampling temperature is best between 0.5 to 0.7. Do you understand? It will make it not to be too random, and it will make it not to be too static. All right, especially when you want it to appear like sound more human, you use 0.1, 0.5 or 0.7. You can see the open router has it on 0.7, but I have to open this side, this OpenAI, to check their default, and their default is on 1. All right, it will make it to be very random. Okay, but we're using open router, so let me go back to open router. Right, the sampling temperature 0.7, which is good. Now, so what sampling temperature makes it how it sounds, okay? How it sounds, how it becomes random. Like, does it randomly do things or does it do things more organized? All right, that is what temperature does. Then timeout. When does it time out? All right. Maximum retries. How many times should you retry? Just like your error. How many times should you retry in a failed thing? All right. So I'm going to delete all of them. I just use them to, but I will only leave something. Okay, I will delete them because sampling temperature is already on 0.7 by default. All right. So I'll delete all of them because I don't need them. All right. Now, this is it. I've added my Open Router account. You saw how I added it. Okay, but then I'm going to use my account 1 because that is the one that is currently funded. All right, my account, as you can see, my account is already in minus. My account is already in minus. There it is. My account is already in minus, so it will not go, it will not flow. But when you're building your own, use Gemini or OpenAI. Anytime will give you 100. That be $18. Sorry, 100 credits of OpenAI token. They'll give you 100 credit. All right. So use it for now, or you use Gemini. Integrate your Gemini to do this stuff. So instead of you using agents here, use message model. All right. Now, when I open this AI, I will now come here. I need to map it. If I am using message model, I don't need to do this part because it's already going to choose it directly. Now, let me also put that message model so that you can see message model. Sorry, Gemini. Let me put message model so you can see the difference in message model. And message model is more direct. Yeah, you can see this, right? It's already picking the thing, so I don't need to change any input source. I just need to choose the model. Let me choose 2.5 flash. Go to choose 2.5 flash. Then I will just map my prompts. So the prompt I needed to do is this: the body and the sender, right? I'll just map them. Tell it, okay, this is the sender. This is the body. Let me say email body. Okay, I map it. Email sender. I map it too. You understand it? Okay, but I'm not using message model. I'm just telling you that they are basically the same thing with just slight difference. Right? But use message model in your workflow. But you will have free credits. You have free credit, unlike me that I've used all my free credits. Okay. Now let me use AI agent again. Now, if at all you're using AI agent, your AI agent will source for prompt will be automatically connected chat node. So what will you do? You change it to define below. That means this source for prompt, connected chat trigger node, change it to define below. Click define below. Now, this define below, you can do two things here. Number one, you can just tell it that, okay, this is the sender, this is the email subject. All right, you can just tell it that. For instance, I can tell you this is the email subject. No, it doesn't need email subject anymore. It doesn't need any email subject because we are replying, we are not sending, we are replying. Right. So here I will tell it to use email body and email sender. All right, and email body, just like we always do, you drag and you drop. All right, sorry, it dropped in the wrong side. You drag and you drop. The email sender, I drag and I drop. All right, I do not need to require output format. I do not need fallback model. But if it is in production, this fallback model, remove it from your mind now. When we get to building AI agents, I will show you fallback model. But the big thing, introduction to fallback model is that it's just like the name says, it's a fallback model. It takes your main model. Let's say this open router Gemini or open router API is down, to use a fallback model. You can put Gemini there so that when that one is down, the other one will work, right? Okay, good. Now we haven't prompted this. I have not prompted this. So now I was saying that you can do it in two ways. You can feed it these details here, then come here to add option and add your system message where you will do the prompts. Do you understand? You will do the prompts. But if you don't, since it's just a simple email you are responding, you may choose not to use the system message and use only here and say, right, okay, you are an email assistant. You are an email assistant. They tell you to read, digest, and respond to the emails appropriately, right? Then you tell it the email body, the email sender, right? Then you tell it how you want it to like, just go ahead with your prompting the way you want it. But this is a very simple email, right? It should just only, okay, I can just tell it personality. I'll just give you my personality. You tell it to be, you are jovial and friendly. Okay, for instance, then tasks. Okay, tasks. You, okay, no, let me leave this side. Okay, that's it. Instructions, respond. Okay, instructions. You must respond. You must respond according to the context of the email. Right? You must respond according to the intent of the sender. All right, 3. You must not sound robotic, but sound very human. Just things like this, right? But this is not perfect. I'll also show you how we can also generate perfect, a near perfect prompt. But there's something you should know, right? You can finish your AI agent, but the prompting will be a major issue. Now, let us check. Now, you see, subject, it's responding here to say, thank you for issuing an account with blah, 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 blah. We are thrilled to have you on board. And hi, Osarobo. We are thrilled to have you. Wishing you a sunny day ahead. You understand? Now, it's telling me name. Look at something here. Name. Our team is just here, wishing you a sunny day ahead. It's telling me your name, but I did not tell it to sign out with my name. So let me tell it to sign out with my name. Sign out. Chiefs, the AI. Oh, okay. Just say chips, right? Then let me execute again. Now I was telling you guys about token. Okay, good. You can see here it has said bet chips, but I don't want it to just say bet. I want it to say warm regards, chips. Then let us be looking at my screen very closely. You'll be seeing it here. You can see it has changed warm regards, chips, right? The response, hi Osarobo, thank you for reaching out I'll see. I see you are contacting us regarding your API account situation with whether welcome on board. If you have any questions about the 1 million kit, right? Now, I wanted to say something earlier on. Yeah, I told you guys about. Okay, good. You can see that this has processed and this has executed. Green means it has executed, and it also took this to execute. If I disconnect this will not execute because here is the AI model. I told you about a token, right? AI token. Now, look at it. How many tokens did it consume? It consumed 317 tokens to write this email. Do you understand? Now, this is the token in question because it took 317 tokens to write this email. Always put your token in consideration. Now, sometimes 1 million token is around the range of $10. Now, if we are responding to our email, for instance, how many 317 tokens will give us 1 million? How many 317 tokens, all right, we consume that 1 million tokens? And also remember that the longer your prompt is, you're going to eat more tokens. The longer the information here is going to eat more tokens. If you write prompt and write and fill this entire page, it will eat more tokens. Do you understand? Good. And what did we do in this prompting now? What we did in this prompting, we gave it a personality, right? Sorry, we gave it an identity. Sorry, you are an email assistant. Told it what to do. You are to reach, digest, and respond to the email appropriately. Then we gave it source of truth. The email body, you must tell it the email body so that you know what it is looking at for the email body. Then you map the email body and put email sender. So I think in the output here, it said, "Dear Osarobo." It said, "Hi, Osarobo." So how did you know where Osarobo? How did you know that Osarobo sent it? Because you look at the sender here. Look at the sender, Osarobo. You understand? Looked at the sender and understood that Osarobo sent it, which is why you mark it here. Then I gave it personality that you are jovial and friendly. Now, let me change this personality to say you are very wicked and how do you say somebody complains a lot and cranky? You are very wicked, rude, and cranky. All right. Question the reason for sending the email. If all right, send email, be very rude about it and don't and do not be approachable. Let's just see, right? Approachable. Let's see how it's going to act. Why are you sending me this? I didn't ask you for legal nonsense on your life story. Do you understand? Now, it is asking us, why are you sending me this? I didn't ask you for your legal nonsense or your whole life story. If I'm not supposed to see it, then maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should have done a better job at not choosing who you send it to. Do you think I care about your license number? Get a grip. If you've got something useful to say, then say it. Otherwise, spare me the flop. Tips. Do you understand? The personality you give it is the personality is going to go with. Do you understand now? Well, let me change it to you are friendly and let me say professional. Friendly and professional, right? Good. Please take note of this response here. He's being cranky. Why are you sending me this? I didn't ask for your legal nonsense or your whole life story, right? Now let me execute it again. Then you see it will now come up with some talk. Hi, Osarebo. Thank you for your reaching out. I feel you registered with the account figured out. Excited to have you on board. If you have any questions about getting started, feel free. You understand one with that. Choose. You get? So the personality you give it, the personality is going to go along with. Now, we now come here to map. Okay? But then there is something very important here. There's something very important. All right? There's something very important. It's added subjects welcome to weather API. But we don't need it to output subject. So we can actually come here and tell it instruction number 4. You must not output subjects, only output body. All right, only output body. You can see subject, right? So let us see what it's going to do now. It has removed subjects. Hi, Osarobu. Now, this is a response. It is not a send a message. I will show you the reason. Then here, if you look at here, it used 317, right? Here is now 318. Just a slight addition, but we added extra line. Like I told you, the longer your what's it called? The longer your prompt is getting, the more AI token need to consume. All right? Good. Now, okay, we are actually out of time. I said 8:30, this is 8:30 now. So I'm going to now add the email node, which is the Gmail node. The Gmail node, send a message. All right. Now, this send a message, you know, we have been using operation to be sent, but now we are going to use reply. Take note of this here. You can see on send, when we are using operation as send, it is having 2, where you put, it's having the subject, email type, and all this. But if we change this to reply, you can see that it will change. It will now require the message ID, which I will come here. All right. I think, okay, this is actually thread ID I told, but yeah, I think message ID and thread ID in this one, we are the same. But normally, since it's message ID here, go back and choose your message ID. All right. Then I'll put the message ID here so that it will know the particular message it is responding to. Then I'll choose plain text. Then the message, which is this email body, all right. Sorry, this where the output from the AI, I will drag it and put inside our email. We are no longer writing this email manually now. We are now choosing what the AI has written. You understand? Now you can see that you no longer have to drag and drop somebody's email address because you are responding. You are not sending. All right. So here, what else? Append anything. I turn it off. Okay. Are we putting any CC? Okay, let me put a CC and put my name. Let me put my email. Okay, CC. Reply to sender only. So let me use that. Sender name. If I put sender name, what is sender name means is this. Instead of showing my default name, let me just put it for you to see. Chiefs AI. Okay. Let me say Chiefs from Ultima Spark. Now, this is what you're going to see. Chiefs from Ultima Spark. Now, let me execute. I'll start to check your email while I also check I've closed my email. I'll also check my email, right?
I've gotten the mail.
Okay. Now you can see.
Yes,
Chief
I've gotten
from
the
Ultima
email.
Spark.
Yes.
Good. That sender name I changed is now. Now this is what Osarobo received. I put myself in copy, right? Now this is what AI responded. So you can see
Yeah.
how clean it is. You can see how clean it is, right? Osarobo, you can also okay, I'm going to stop here, okay, and then I will now give an assignment. The assignment one I'm going to see for this one, if you get way to. But do we all understand this? I hope it was very simple. Do we all understand? Because
Yes.
everybody is happy because we have entered AI as we.
Okay, boss, I have a
Very
question.
simple. Very
How do you
simple.
set up your open AI? I just want to see the inside.
How you set up OpenAI? I did that now. Let me go back to show you. If you're setting up your OpenAI, okay. If you're setting up your
No,
now,
sorry, I mean open router. Sorry, open router.
yeah, OpenAI. That was what I did now. Now when you create the account, it will just bring you by default to that you should go to and you create a key, get API key. Yeah. All right. This get API key. You just click on it. Get API key. Create API key. This is what I created. Create API key. You create it. Fill all these things. I just created this API key now. You know that I named Nico. I be Nico.
Yes, okay. I understand now. I understand.
Bros, like, here is asking the memory and two parts on the AI agent. What nodes are we to put there? Good. On okay, I have a couple of questions here. Okay, I have a couple of questions. Fetch text event. Here are those output coming for things you have no entry. Now the text events. I'm coming Adobe. The text events we are from my email. Remember, I've connected now. That period you connected your email to your NSN account, you have connected your Gmail node. Do you understand? So when you click on fetch text event, it will fetch the last email that just dropped into your inbox. All right, that is that test event that we fetched. Remember, I told you people to send email to my inbox, that particular inbox. Then when you sent it, I pulled it using that fetch test event. All right. Oh, good. Now, okay, I got to connected email. Okay, yeah. I can't find subject in my edit field. To find your subject, Oyinye Obichukwu, do you still need this answer? Have you figured it out? Oyinye, do you still need it?
Do I still need what?
You asked the question. You say you can't find subject in your edit field.
Yeah, I finally found it, but then by the time I found it, it had moved on. So I'll just do that later.
Okay, so you just drag and drop, right? You drag and drop it.
I had to scroll down, so that was why I couldn't find it.
Okay, yeah. You know, I turned off simplify. So when you turn on simplify, it gives you a whole long list of things.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what determines the model version you selected is 2.5. The things that determine the model I select is number one, the kind of job I want to do. All right, the kind of jobs I want to do, number one. If it's more complex tasks, like, you know, building an AI agent that needs to reason, think, do this, do that, I will need a higher version. But if it's just to reply only an email, I will need lower version that will put lower token. All right. The higher the version or the higher the LLMs, the more stable they are, and there are models that we have built for that, like your 4.1, 5.1, they are conversational. Right, so you use them for only to try for conversational as well. But 4.1, 5.1 are more conversational than the smaller ones. So what you want to do determines what you want to. Right, then how do you get your message ID or reply note? You go and drag it from that your edit field. That time I was setting edit field. Those were the things I was setting. Right, I was defining on that edit field. Remember how edit field works now? I was defining those things on that edit field. So we go here. We now go when you're inside that your Gmail node, right? Let me show you. Inside your Gmail node here, say your Gmail name. All right, this is your AI agent. Let me call out this is your AI agent. This is your edit field. I go to edit field. I collect it. I pick it from edit field. Understand? Good. That's how it is. The next question is the memory and two parts. What nodes are we to put here? Now, memory and two parts. Here, memory and two parts. You don't need to put anything there for now. Since it is just a reply, it is not sending. You don't need to put anything. It is when it is sending, that is when you need. That's where you can add something like require specific output format. Okay? Now, there are specific output format which I will give you as an assignment. You can rack your brain, crack your head on how to do. Require specific output format. Let me explain it here. If you turn it on, right? Then you come here, you can see the extra thing has come out. All right. The require specific output format, you can now put a structured output pattern. When you put structured output pattern, you define your
I
subject.
can't see your screen, sir.
Is your network or your play people like it? Is your network? So like I was saying, when you put your required output pattern, right? You will be able to split, you can be able to split your subject and email body. Now, this is it, right? This is it. If I come here, I can only map only one thing from the agent. But by the time I put the required output pattern, all right, and I am not replying, let's say I am sending. Let me change it to send. To send, you see I am required to put subject. But the AI can only output one thing. So that output pattern will be able to split the subject and the body. Now, what does required output pattern do? Required output pattern, structured output pattern, what it does is it tells the AI what it should separate. If you want your AI to separate things into no matter number of things you want it to separate into, you put it there, your JavaScript code, right? Which also goes to your AI to generate. But let me show you a very simple thing here. If you're doing your email and body, you don't need to do that long thing. You just come here, you delete all these. All right, you delete all these. Okay. And with this, put body, right? You put this fulcrum at the top. What did they call them? All right.
Quotation mark.
I call them fulcrum, quotation mark, right? They come here and say body, right? Then they come here and say subject, and you say here subject. Now there's going to be clash of interest. You say subject, all right? There will be clash of interest, okay? Now if I execute this AI again, good. You see something that it has outputted subject differently and it outputs body differently. But why is subject empty? Subject is empty because in the prompt, I told it not to output subject. If I remove that in the prompt, you see that it will output subject. Thank you. See that it has outputted subject, right? Now, here, you can now see that because of that structured output pattern, there is subject coming as a different field and body coming as a different field, okay? So I can easily map my subjects and map the body, all right? Then, who am I sending to? I will send to OSAS. Abi? I'll send to OSAS. Do you understand? No, let me check something. I need to map this. I'll send to OSAS though, but I need to map a definitive thing here, which is address. I need to map the address, okay? But then let's keep it. Then if I send, yeah, there is an error. Why? There's an error here. The reason for this error should be here. Okay, that should be the reason for the error. So let me now map the address separately. Let me pick it from the email node. This is not best practice. All right, then let me now check why is it not sending. Trim is not a function item. Where is that? Where? Okay, here, it's here. This is the issue here. Now, I guess I have to pass it through. I have to pass it through the edit field node, right? I have to pass it to the edit field node to do that work, because there is a trim function there. That trim function cuts out something, right? This yeah, you can see it here, all right? So I have to pass it through the edit field node, okay? So that will bring us to the next class where I will use the information extractor. But for the sake of this, let me make this assignment simple for you. All right. Do one that sends. There is an error here. So let me send it back to being reply. Let me send it back to being a reply. And I'll now map only the body. So the body is already mapped, right? Body is already mapped. Let me check. Oh, sorry. Message ID. Yeah. I'm coming on. Let me reload it. Sometimes this can be very crazy. Can be cray. Okay, edit field. Yeah, I mean, all right, this get node parameter trim is not a function. So where is it coming from? These are issues sometimes we have on this, and you start questioning your life decisions. All right, but this is part of it. This is absolutely part of it. Yeah. So wait, I guess this is coming from this output parser. And then I go from the thread ID to the message ID here, and I execute. Okay, yeah, it has gone. It has gone. I just had to delete and start back. So let me try on send again. I'll try and send again and see if that trim is going to give data saying issue. All right. Subjects and execute. Yeah, it has gone. It has gone. So that was a momentary temporary madness, right? So that's a temporary madness. So also check your inbox again.
Yeah, I've seen the mail. It came twice.
Okay, it came twice. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes. It came twice. I removed mine, so that's why I would not get it. It came twice. Yeah. So show us what it came this time. You see that the subject changed, right?
Yes, it did.
Subject change. Now it now came as a different email. Share your screen. Let's see. It now came as a different email. All right.
The last one became formatted better.
Yeah, because I did I went back to text and HTML. But if you check something, right? Let me stop sharing. Share your screen. Let me show you something.
You're sharing already. That's my screen.
Okay. Now, if you check here, okay, This last one came as a different email, not
Yes.
following the line of the other email. That is because I used send. I did not use reply. You understand?
Okay.
So if you send it,
Yes.
yeah. So if you want
Mm.
it, if you want the person to receive it on that same line of email, you use reply, then you map the email, the message ID or the thread ID, right? But if you want it to go as a different, as a new fresh email, you use send. That is the difference, send and reply. Okay. Okay. Now that will be all from my side. So I'll be taking questions now. That's all from my side. Yeah. Okay. Mrichi, Mribi, sorry, and Chinyere. Mribi, go ahead.
I have a question though.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So, looking at messages that come from the email being the trigger node now, is there any way we can pick and choose emails to respond to?
Yes,
You
you
know, for
can.
example, if you have high traffic emails,
You can.
yes, it's possible.
You can.
All right.
Yes, it's possible. Now, there are ways to do it. Number one is inside your own inbox, you label your email, right? You label
Okay.
them, set labeling for them. That is number
Okay.
one. Then when you're picking your email here, let me show you here.
Yes.
When you're picking them here, all right. When you're picking them here, you add option filter label names or ID. You choose by label. Those that appear under that set particular label, you use them. That is number one way to do it. Number two, you use information. You use this thing
Specific
information
words.
extract. No.
Okay.
Information. They use information extractor. So I'll be categorizer. Yeah, use information extractor. Yeah, you use information extractor to categorize them or you use information extractor to extract them. But we'll talk about this one later on, not today. Okay.
All right, sir.
So that's it. Then Chinyere, you had a question. Go ahead. If you're still here.
Yes, sir. My question is, let me take you back a little bit to when you mapped. So you mapped and then renamed the data you mapped. So my question is, why do we have to rename the data inside the edit field? Why not just map them with their initial names, just the way we have been doing? Because you mapped inside there and then renamed them to, they had and their name or their titled name, but you renamed them. Why?
Okay. Now, this is personal preference, right? Number one, and for simplicity and understanding of maybe if you're shipping it to someone, right? Now, this can be what it is. It can come with code, it can come with string, it can come with anything, right? But now I choose to use the edit field, just like I always talk about the edit field. I can use it to assign value, name your value, change the value type, right? I use the edit field to rename them according to how I will understand them better, or how according to how the next node or when I'm storing it, they will be well understood. You understand? So normally I'll use this one to configure my input and output. You understand? You see a lot of people naming this. Sorry, you see a lot of people naming this workflow configuration. Right? You see it out there a lot, workflow configuration, because they use this to configure. Right? Change the name where they want to change and do all those, right? So that it will be well understood in the next node, or the AI will understand it better. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mribi, go ahead. Hmm?
Sorry, machine. I've already asked the question I'm supposed to. But there's another thing. Sorry, sir. I traveled, and there's no good network where I traveled, so hence I couldn't follow up. I have missed about 3 classes now, so I'm not even in any of the group, and don't even have any accountability partner. I don't know what to do.
Okay, I'll ask about accountability partner in the group. Just be asking. Weekend Nakita, your AI agent is asking you to subscribe. Use Gemini. Use Gemini. Don't use Gemini in AI agent. Use Gemini, send the message. Use Gemini load, send the message. Right? Integrate your Gemini and it should flow. Okay. So no other questions, right? In the absence of any other question.
Yeah, you
Okay,
said we should
William.
use sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You said we should use message a model instead of AI agent. I didn't get that. How? Where should we use message a model?
I've said it several times. Here, instead of using AI agents here, use message a model instead of using AI agent. And I've shown you how to use message a model. Now, Gemini, if you're using Gemini, for instance, Gemini, open Gemini, you will see message a model. Message a model. Earlier on, I also showed you how to configure Gemini, right? I also opened it, showed you how you select a model, sorry, here. You select your model and you should use 2.5 flash. That's what I told you. Use 2.5 flash. That's the one they will give you free. Use 2.5 flash. Then every other thing is the same. Every other thing is the same. You understand? The only thing is this Gemini here, Gemini on a norm, they will give you what is it called? Free token. Google will give you free tokens to use at the moment. All right. Week 2, day 2. All right. Do you understand me? Okay. Williams, you have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got lost in
So I
certain
wasn't
subjects.
seeing your screen. No, I don't know. My
No
network
problem.
is telling me to go and sleep.
No problem. You'll soon sleep.
Okay, where I got lost is I am connecting my open router. I want to find out, please, is there any model that this is accepted? Because I tried to get my API according to the rule, the method you use, but mine was not highlighting. It did not
What do
display
you mean
those.
it was not highlighting?
It did not display those units, those amounts to be used.
Amount to be used, how?
That is, as I click the Get API, it took me to another page which shows Create API Key. And
Okay.
from there, nothing works again. It doesn't show anything.
Are you using laptop or you're using phone?
I'm using laptop.
Please share the screen. Let me see what you're talking about. While you're sharing your screen, who else has a question?
Sharing screen.
You just reload it first. You should close and reload it.
You mean me? I should close and reload?
Share your screen. Let me see where you are. What he's facing, every other person might also face it. All right. So just share. Let's see what's happening with your screen. What's happening? So I've stopped presenting. Share yours. Okay, I'm going to give a countdown to 5. If you don't share when I count down to 5, we'll just end the class. Maybe we'll send.
No, boss, before you end the class, a very quick one. Connecting my NTN with my Gmail accounts. Is it safe? I asked you privately the other day, but you didn't say anything. Sometimes I used to disconnect it.
Okay, the question is, the question should be, if you don't trust a platform, don't use it. That's your answer. You don't trust the platform, don't use it. All right.
Boss, this one now you get as a B, but just come play
No,
with
no,
me.
no, no. You don't get that. If you don't trust, no. I cannot tell you to connect. I cannot tell you not to connect. If I tell you to connect and you connect, you have a loss. What happens?
I'll come and tell. I will meet you. Say now you call some.
Exactly. And if I tell you not to connect and you find out every other person is connecting and nothing happens, you still get angry that I told you not to connect, Abby. So if you do not trust the platform, don't use it.
Yeah, wow, which kind? Yeah,
You can
wow.
prefer to create another email for your test run. But when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your better safety, I will not give you a
Hello,
definitive
boss.
advice. Yes.
Quick one, like wiki. I want to execute on what's this on the API AI agent. Sorry, so it's telling
And it's
me
telling
payment
you
required.
payment required. That's what I'm saying. Use Gemini instead.
Okay.
Use
Can we
Gemini
still?
send. No, don't use AI model then. But use
Okay.
the same way we used to. I have used to do the AI agent. But use Gemini send a message.
Okay. And again, what about you made mention of Alama? Since it is free, can we still try our
I don't
best?
know what is Alama. I know Olama. I don't know Alama.
I'm sorry, Alama. Can we still give it a try? Since it's free.
Yes, you can give it a try.
All right.
You can give it a try, but if your laptop starts slowing down to the rest.
Okay.
Mhm. All right. Yes. So here, time is up actually. This is 30 minutes come by. So everyone, see you in the group and expect your assignment. I'm going to think of an assignment that is going to, break your head. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'll pick up assignment that will break your head, right? So thank you everyone. And for those who feel like giving up, anytime you feel like giving up, go and buy a bag of pure water. Keep it beside you. Even if you're in Canada or anywhere, buy a bag of pure water, keep it beside you. Drink one sachet anytime you feel like giving up, all right? If you have Gary, soak Gary, don't use sugar, don't use milk, don't use milk. Use salt so you know that life is not really easy. Right? That will be all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all right.